It looks like Diz was just talking there a little bit. Welcome to Week 5 here of the Farmers League Invitational. This is part 2 of Week 5, and tonight, as always, I am Shock, hosting the Farmers League Invitational, and I have two guests tonight. Actually, the normal co-caster here, Diz. What's going on, Diz?
Hey.
Who we just heard a little bit as I kind of pop back on stream, a little premature for him.
You do not want to know what we were talking about.
Well, I'm sure we don't. And then we have a special guest tonight. He is a frequent player in the Farmers League Invitational. He's from AC. Welcome to the show, Visigoto. How are you?
Doing great, everybody. Thanks
Awesome.
to be here.
Awesome. So Vizzy's here tonight. He's going to be providing us a little bit of kind of insider commentary with a lot of the stuff that goes on. He's a very experienced heavy assault player for AC. He has played in the majority of the matches for them thus far in Farmers League Invitational. So excited to be joined by him tonight. But coming up tonight, two exciting matches. We actually have it's mirror match night tonight, guys. So we have a TR versus TR, an NC versus NC. Obviously, they're not going to be playing those Empires, but 56RD starting out versus DRED. These are two Connery TR outfits, and this is a big match because these teams, they are clawing at the bottom right now of the standings of the Farmers League Invitational, but that important sixth spot hangs in the balance in this match right now. If DRED is able to pull off a win, it is very likely that they will go on to make the playoffs. If 56RD is able to pull off what I would definitely call at this point an upset over DRED, 56RD is the last team without a win thus far, but if they are able to pull up an upset over DRED, that could make the playoffs really interesting. That would make four teams, well, not four teams, I'm sorry, that would make three teams at 1-4, and it would be ridiculous. Like, I can't even fathom how the sixth place team would even happen by the end of this by the end of Farmers League. So 56RD, a very, very important match against DRED here. That's coming up at 8:10, 6:10, whatever time zone that you live in, 10 minutes after the hour. After that, it's going to be TIW versus Recursion. That's going to be a fantastic matchup. TIW coming off a big slump. They're 1-3 right now. According to the insiders we actually have on this show, they're looking really, really good. Diz and Vizzy, I don't know if you have any better information on TIW, but apparently they're looking a lot better than they have in the first 4 weeks of Farmers League. So hopefully they can bring it against Recursion, who right now, in my opinion, is probably one of the best teams in this entire league. So starting it off, I'm just going to look at the rules one more time. Remember, guys, this is the last week we're going to do the rules and the scoring and everything like that for Farmers League, because I feel like everybody kind of has it down. You can find them now. It's ps2farmers.com. You can go there, see the rules a little bit more in depth, see how points are scored, everything like that. So week 5, this is actually the last time I'm going to be showing you guys this rule set. So rules are, number 1, no vehicles, no spawn camping or destroying the enemy sunderer, no use of squad beacons or instant action. Players must completely exit a base spawn room before firing, and players are not allowed to re-enter their sunderer. So basic rules there for the matches. And matches, as far as scoring goes, matches are consisted of 2 halves. At halftime, the sunderer positions are flipped on the base, and it is the team that scores the most points by the end of 2 halves that win. The base is actually flipped back to neutral at halftime as well, in case the base was capped by a team. A base cap is worth 25 points. An enemy base cap is worth 30. You can see there the IVI explosive, which is IVI explosive is things like rocket primaries, which you see a lot of, and a little bit less of things like grenades, proximity mines, etc. We have seen a couple of those, but not quite as much. Of course, IV max versus max, we saw a lot of that, as I'm sure you know. Vizzy and Diz, you guys both playing for AC, you saw a lot of that against the TXR match on Tuesday, because TXR was like chain pulling maxes there quite a bit. And that right there is 5 minutes to go. So I'm going to go into the rosters here as you guys can kind of check over, or I'm sorry, not the rosters, but the map, as you guys can kind of check over that as you wish. We have Wokuk shipping dock. Once again, you can kind of see the Sunderer spawns. They're on the west and the east side. Up in the kind of cliff area there, they both have towers overlooking. The enemy team cannot actually go in those towers to spawn camp the Sunderer. That is against the rules. We do have refs watching for that, so that will be a penalty if it happens. The A point is not actually above ground, it's underground. It's under the underneath this bridge here, as a lot of you people saw on Tuesday. So I'll be using my observer cam going underneath there, probably clipping the ground a little bit because of the the fun little bugs that PlanetSide 2 does have sometimes. A lot of the fighting is going to go around too. You see this kind of northern building. It's covered up by a lot of trees, but it's a northern 2-story L-shaped building. You're going to see a lot of fighting going on in there as well. So look for a lot of the action around that area, and definitely around the point area on this base tonight. Coming in to the rosters, and here they are. 56 RD versus DRED. Before I go over the rosters, Diz and Vizzy, anything you want to say about this match coming up tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Viz.
Yeah. So just start. We played TIW in a scrim for a couple hours last night, and they've really picked it up. I will say.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, going over TIW a little bit. I mean, as far as them, we'll definitely get to them when we get to them. But like, yeah, like
this roster. But this roster, the one player that's really a standout, definitely is Rain. Definitely top tier light assault, I think.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
I would look for him to be sitting in the, definitely sitting in the L building, sitting up top there, trying to harass 56 RD.
Yep.
As they try to make it to the point.
And we've seen that a lot. Like, I totally agree. Like, not only, I fully expect Rainfear to do that, but we have seen that on the Tuesday matches too. I saw Murda doing that a lot for Future Crew as well, sitting on top of that L building. Vonik doing it for DA. It's a really popular spot for light assaults because it's so easy to harass from there with that tree. I mean, that you can barely see them if they're sitting under that tree. So I agree. I do expect Rainfear to sit there. But going over the rosters, 56 RD, of course, bringing a very a roster that we've seen a lot from them. We have Ganstrom, we have Jim Grooster, Real Grim Shady, who I don't know if we've seen him yet, Diz. I mean, I know you've been around for all these matches. Have we seen Grim Shady yet, Diz?
I want to. Yeah, his name looks familiar.
Okay.
Going further down the roster, of course, Grilled Chicken, Petro, and everyone's favorite Wolfhausen.
Oh yeah,
you know him, you love
Wolf
him.
Pack.
You can't live without him, Chuck.
Yeah, it's the Wolf Pack. It's Wolf Pack Nation here at Farmers League. We all love the Wolf. So, I know he has been actually playing Infiltrator recently. So he's been sniping, I know. So, and he's actually been doing a pretty good job of it for 56 RD. So we're looking for 56 RD to pull something out of their hats here against DRED. DRED, of course, their roster coming off a big win against TXR last week. If you guys haven't seen that match, that's one of the best matches thus far of Farmers League Invitational. Definitely go check that out. But their roster consists of, we have Rainfear, we have Cup of Fried Daka, Merkaba, Yoshio, Killer Toast, and of course 46 and 2. A lot of these guys we got to see last week, and they were fantastic. They did a lot of the heavy lifting for DRED, especially those heavies with like 46 and 2, Killer Toast, Cup of Fried Daka. And like the thing is, Rainfear, of course, took that game over, but a lot of people don't realize how good of a job their heavies did. So as you guys heard, that sound is actually the minute to go. So I'm just going to kind of start up our script here, and I'm going to get in game.
One final point of note for this base. Capping this base is so much more important than all of the other bases in this league because of where the spawn room is situated. You can take the teleporter down, you can get into the building. So it's much more than just the 25 points. It gives you a huge advantage to get this cap.
Absolutely.
Not just that, but I also like to add that, especially if you have the South Sunday, you can you have access also, quicker access rather to the L-shaped building. And if you have control of the L-shaped building and control of the base, and you could spawn in there, then that is extremely tough to crack.
Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely. And right now, I'm actually going to be watching from the north side Sundra. This is actually 56 RD. We've got about 10 seconds to go, and here it is. There we go, 56 RD starting out. I'm going to kind of see what their build is. They definitely do have an infiltrator. That is Wolfhausen. I was right on that one. Another shock prediction comes true, Diz. It's always fun when that happens.
Let's not get carried away now.
And there's Ganstrom. He is actually
howling for Wolf.
Right, yeah, we're all howling for Wolf right now. He is going to be infiltrating into the base. We're going to see what that happens later. Ganstrom is playing the light assault character. A couple rocket primaries flying by. These guys are just going to go straight into that point room. And of course, the first 2 minutes at this point do not matter quite as much, but it will start to matter very, very soon. Nice early kill there from Jim Groovster. He gets 2 points, 4 points for 56RD. Excellent, excellent start. 6 points. Petro gets on the board too. 3 players right away get on the board for 56RD. It's 8-4, but DRED coming back a little bit with a couple more kills, and already it's starting to get close. Killer Toast with a nice shotgun kill there. He's got 2 points, a couple of EMPs going off, but the point does lie in 56RD's hands. DRED getting it back a little bit though, and tying this up. It's 8-8 right now. Both teams, very good starts. They kind of just canceled each other out.
There were a few survivors. There's still one 56RD heavy at the point, retaking it.
Yeah, and I'm kind of watching right now. I'm watching Killer Toast to see what he can do. He's the lone remaining infiltrator. There's another DRED guy here, Makaba. But yeah, I mean, it looks like DRED had just a touch better start, but it's still 8-8. So one of the guys on 56RD, that means they actually didn't die. So now it's 10-8. And here we go, DRED having full control of the point. We have Grilled Chicken going. Oh, actually, nice kill there from, I believe that was Merkaba. Rain Fear is still not on the board for DRED Legion right now, but it doesn't seem to really matter that much, as they do control the point, but they are down now by 2 points. So very, very close battles going on. Nice S1 kill by the real Grim Shady. I'm going to love saying that name, just like I love saying literally every single one of 56RD's
sure
names.
Where Rain is.
Yeah, me neither.
And I am not sure
Look it up.
I'm not sure if I'm having a little bit of difficulty connecting. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me or not, but
yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, am I good now? See, I
Yeah.
think I had a little bit of a warp of like every single player in this match, but now I'm good. I had a bad connection to Jaeger there for a second, but anyway, I'm back. We have Cup of Fried Daka. He's about to go one-on-one here against the real Grim Shady. Grim Shady, nice, pulling off a great kill, and he has been, thus far, the best player for 56RD so far with 7 points. Jim Grooster, of course, doing his normal show. He's got 6 points, but DRED Legion only ahead by 2 points over 56RD. Nice start here from both teams, but this is very, very close, a lot closer than I actually expected at the start. So DRED Legion now trying to get a little bit of something going on here, trying to get established near the point, and trying to just push 56RD away a little bit more. But 56, nice start. They have to kind of slow down a little bit, maybe try to get a couple more picks. I mean, it's still... There's 141 left on the point, so they have some time to get a couple pushes. They cannot lose kills though like that to Rain Fear. He just comes around the corner and picks somebody off. Very nice kill there from Rain Fear. He is harassing right now. This is what Rain Fear is best at, being that light assault, being that harassment. He gets another kill there. Nice job here. Rain Fear starting to take over just a little bit for DRED Legion outside of the point.
He is loving that GD7F.
Yes, he is. It's a very good gun. And it's a gun I've actually seen used a lot by light assaults in this format. And Merkaba gets a nice kill there, as he's kind of just protecting the outside. And this is a sort of a strategy that we've seen as far as like point coverage goes, just covering the point outside instead of being inside. And I know on Tuesday we saw Future Crew actually covering inside, and I know we saw DA covering outside. So it's kind of like a stylistic approach of how you want to cover the point. And I know I've seen AC cover the point outside as well at this base.
I mean, and that part of that just depends on kind of what you're going up against. It depends on how hard the other team is really pushing. 56 right now is just kind of trickling in. They're not really coming in together as a group.
Yeah, I don't really see them grouping up at all. I mean, I saw a couple of them try to go into the tower right next to their Sunday and try to make it across, but they got picked off.
There was a nice try.
You really need to start forming up.
Yeah, they absolutely do, and that's kind of something you see every now and then on this map, is that kind of trickling in pattern. I don't seem to see it on other maps quite as much as this one, as Petro goes down after a nice kill he had there on, I believe that was on Merkaba. So coming in here, Merkaba's looking really good for DRED Legion, but it's still 39-23. 1 second though, it's going to be a lot more for DRED. 64-23 as they get the 25-point cap, and they just seem to really take control of this map right after they got that cap point. DRED Legion in a great position. You have Rain Fear up here now, causing trouble from exactly the point we said he was going to be causing trouble from, Diz. That L-shaped building. Right now,
yep, that is the home for light assaults on this level.
It truly is. Right underneath that tree, you can't really see him, Especially, it's nighttime, at least for me. I don't know if it is for anybody else, but I personally, I like the nighttime Diz.
Seeing Wolfhausen go in the point right now.
Is he? So that's what I'm going right now. Yeah, we do have a Wolfhausen action. He does put a little bit of a sensor stick down. He's trying to get out without dying, but he does eventually go down. The sensor stick, though, is unnoticed by DRED Legion. It's still just sitting there. So Wolfhausen, maybe not getting the kills he wanted, but he still is getting the objective he wanted, which was getting these sensor seals down. That's going to help his teammates out a lot. Definitely see where these DRED Legion guys are. Nice grenade there. That's going to go off right next to Yoshio. Take him out of that corner from he was trying to rocket primary. And we have, this is Grim Shady. He's going up against two guys from DRED Legion. This is always just never a good idea, but he does get some help from Ganstrom on the other side. Ganstrom has to get a kill in order for Grim Shady to survive here, but they still have that that spawn stick down that Wolfhausen was able to put down. That was really good. Yeah, I don't know what word I was looking for there, but I think I was looking for Wolfhausen. I just couldn't say it. I don't know why. That's the word I'm always able to say. Anyway, we have another.
It looks to me like DRED has gained a lot of confidence in their victory over TXR. They are poised and in control of this match.
They really are, and it's really showed. And confidence goes a long way. The mentality that you have going into these matches goes a long way, and you can see that with DRED right now. They really do. They seem very poised. They have a guy or two on the point. They've practiced this up, and you're seeing 56RD. It's right in front of my screen right now. They're trickling in one at a time. Grilled Chicken there goes down to 46-2, and 56RD just needs to figure out how they're going to get guys in two at a time. How they're going to force those 2-on-1s. Force the ways that they can start getting some points.
Right now, I'm seeing so. Wolfhausen just laid a Dildar right behind a tree, and they're kind of grouped up in a clump along the bridge.
Yeah, they are. I'm kind of looking at that too, and I see Wolfhausen. He is behind that tree with his Dildar. That is down. So Wolfhausen doing the things that he needs to do right, which is getting those Dildars down. I don't know. He does have one kill. It must have come from an explosion somewhere. Looks like
he's been laying prox mines down at the entrance.
Ganstrom just bamboozling there, getting a nice kill as a light assault, jumping over the top. He's playing Advanced Warfare style, which I don't know if anybody has seen that game yet, but there's a lot of jumping around.
I'm building my Legion for it.
Yeah. So he's going Advanced Warfare style, jumping around, trying to get a couple kills that way. But all in all, right now, 56RD getting some points, but they're just not doing enough right now against DRED Legion. There's 6:35 left. It's 97-42. DRED Legion is in the lead, and right now, I think 56RD.
Since they got wiped, that was the best push we've seen them have. It fell a little short, but they at least pushed them off and got some kills.
Yeah, they did get a couple picks, which is good.
Yeah, they finally decided, it's time to stop dying and start grouping up and try other chances with that.
Yeah, no,
it's amazing how that works.
It works really well. And we see Jim Groovester. He's standing back here, waiting for his teammates to show up. We are seeing the group up method now. 56RD getting their 4 guys collected, and here they go. They're gonna march in all together now. Good idea from 56RD. It looks like 3 heavies, 1 light assault. A couple of DRED Legion guys are gonna be waiting for them though, behind those rocks in good positions. We have looks like Wolfhausen attempting for a snipe on the side there, and he's not going to get anything. Wolfhausen does get a kill, though, with an underboss around the side here. Nice job there from Wolf. And I think he's still bamboozling right around the side. Couple Fried Daka has got to get inside, or he is going to go down, but he does. He survives that assault from, it looks like, Jim Ganstrom. He is the lone light assault for 56RD on the tower. He attempts to kind of get the guys on the left side, but DRED has a really good setup. They've got guys on the rocks on both sides of the base, which is a really smart idea. They're covering all angles, and one of the big things, and I'm sure you guys have seen this too, is the team that owns this base is really in control because they have that spawn point, and that spawn point is almost everything. It cuts everybody off from coming in on that, on that east side, and that's really tough.
It just gives you quick and immediate access to that angle to cut them off going over to the ammo tower.
Yeah, the team that owns the base can, just casually stroll through the teleporter and get on the point within seconds, whereas the other team has to run a 5K.
Yeah. Yeah, they really do, and that's tough, and that's the thing. A strategy we've seen teams take if they lose that point is just to kind of sit outside and work on picks, because it's almost as if they have to kind of do that, especially if it's in the first half like this is. Just sit back and say, okay, let's count our losses. We did lose the point. That's okay. 56RD now just needs to kind of sit back and work on those picks. Work on making DRED Legion, maybe just from some impatience, make a couple mistakes. And, 56RD had one good push there, but they're coming in one at a time. Rainfear gets another kill. So Rainfear now at 10 points, but I haven't seen him been as big of a factor as the heavies right now from DRED Legion. Rakaba, Couple Fried Daka, 46 and 2, playing so well positionally for DRED Legion that they are just they're taking over this game, and it's really
they can't. Yeah. They're starving Rain out. They're not even getting to him.
No, they're not at all, and that's the thing. Yeah, Rain is starving for kills, and it's not like he's doing poorly. It's just he has nothing to kill.
I'm actually surprised that I haven't seen anything like a max crash, for example, from 56RD.
And that's the thing. If 56RD, and I'm sure some of them did watch that match with TXR. I mean, TXR was successful against AC with a max crash on the point, and I can't see why that wouldn't be successful against DRED Legion if they were just to at least pull maybe a couple maxes, get some point control. Obviously, there's only 3 minutes left in this half, so maybe not now, but maybe next half, get some more points on the board, just get some maxes out there, get some stuff out there that's going to allow you to survive a little bit more, because these guys are not surviving their march to the point at all, and they are going on this kind of dangerous side near that spawn point, as well as they have that balcony that the DRED Legion does, which is Couple Fried Doc is using that to his full advantage. Rainfear is too. It's not an easy approach right now for 56RD. They're kind of trying every angle, and they're just losing out on every side. Groovster does get a nice kill there, though. I think that was on Rainfear.
I was happy to see them use the bridge, though, and at least kind of change the angle of attack. They had 3 or 4 guys go across over to the southeast side.
Yeah, they did, and that's good. It's good to see that kind of change, that just trying to figure out something new that they have to try. But right now, DRED Legion has this entire base on lockdown. I mean, if you kind of see here, they've got Rainfear on this roof. They've got a guy over on the rock just kind of guarding the single-story building with the equipment terminal at it. And
okay, now this is interesting. Killer Toast is up on top of the radar as an infill. I'm sorry, the antenna dish.
The antenna dish.
I don't know how in the hell he got up there, but props.
That's amazing.
Antenna dish. I'm not even seeing him. I'm looking for him.
Yeah, they're shooting rockets at him. They do not like that at all.
Oh, there he is! What?
I'm gonna hazard a guess that he found a way to climb that tree and jumped over.
You know what? I was just thinking that too, because I'm seeing the tree.
Visi is the jump master here. How did you not figure this out?
And even Visi is surprised right now.
I will commit Sudoku immediately.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what an amazing jump there. And if a cloaker can get up there, Visi.
I mean, great spot, and good luck getting that Dildar down up there.
Absolutely. We are watching the metagame of Farmers League change in front of our eyes right now, guys. Killer Toast has figured something out. Getting the Dildar up there in a really secure spot. Obviously, you can throw an EMP grenade up there and get it, but that is, kind of a waste of an EMP grenade almost. Because you almost want to kill kind of 2 birds with 1 stone with an EMP grenade. You want to get the Dildar down, and you also want to EMP at least 1 or 2 heavies from the other team. But they're not going to be able to do that at all if they throw any sort of grenade up to this point here. Nice job here by Killer Toastbrat, figuring out the angles and the metagame of Farmers League Invitational. So we're
always expanding.
Yeah, always expanding. It's always expanding. We have 25 seconds left, 151 to 58 right now, and still just seeing this fight just kind of stagnating out right now. A little bit of a team deathmatch, trying to get a couple picks here. Jim Groovster doing very, very well for 56RD. The Real Grim Shady, 17, 16 for Jim Groovster. But as it stands, 8 seconds to go. It looks like this is going to easily be DRED's half. But I really do not believe this match is over, because I think 56RD had such a good start. There's the horn. 56RD had such a good start that if they can reproduce that, maybe get a couple maxes in there, I think they can do a lot better.
If nothing else, the maxes, and as we saw on Tuesday, the maxes, can really throw the other team off their rhythm. Because you have to react, you have to adjust. Some people, people have to switch some loadouts, and so it kind of breaks the rhythm.
Yeah, I'd also say that the changes to conch-nades in the last patch really changed up the dynamic. It's much, much harder to take on a max, a competent max, that is.
Yes,
you can't just stun them.
Yeah, and we saw that in a couple of the matches on Tuesday. We saw some conch grenades try to go off, but they they kind of just sat there for a little bit and barely worked against, and everybody was kind of able to get away from them. So you are right. It is changing a little bit of a dynamic as far as which grenades are being used, because conch grenades were so useful before that patch, and now it's like they almost are. They might go the wayside of the obsolete now in Farmers League. We might see them a couple times here, but it is very, very difficult to use them now and time them appropriately.
It's also changed up the meta of the implants, because a lot of people were running clear vision before.
Yeah.
Now that you're seeing fewer conchs and you have a chance to get away from them when you see them, people are switching up the implants.
Yeah, I myself have started using EMP shield, especially if you're going to be playing a good infiltrator who knows how to spam the EMPs.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And so we're seeing here, half one is down, DRED is up by almost 100 points. It's 157 to 59. You see 56RD, they've got Ganstrom, Jim Grooster, Real Grim Shady. Real Grim Shady on to me, it's his debut. It's probably not his debut, but I'm just going to say it is. He's got 17 points. He's leading 56RD right now, doing extremely well. Grilled Chicken is actually the guy I'm most surprised about right now. And Diz, I know if you remember a couple matches back, Grilled Chicken has usually been a pretty top performer for 56RD. He's not doing that tonight. He needs to figure it out, what he's kind of doing wrong that he needs to correct, because I think he can be a big...
Well, he has, but sometimes when matches go like this, where DRED capped and then they were just protecting it, a lot of that depends on just the kind of action you're getting. If you're kind of playing a zone and holding down your zone, if nobody comes to you, you can't get any points.
Yeah.
A couple times I also saw towards around the point, I saw Grilled Chicken about 2 or 3 times try to rush in alone against about 3 DRED heavies, and it just didn't work out for him.
Yeah, no, I caught that a couple times with my camera, just Grilled kind of just all alone, and that's one of the points that we were bringing up too, like 56RD just coming in one at a time, and they need to stop doing that. They need to be a team. They need to embrace that teamwork dynamic and just go after DRED together. Force 2-on-1s, force 3-on-2s, force those uneven matches, which are really, really important in Farmers League, because every single player, all 6 players on your team, they matter a lot. And if you can get an uneven match, you're just gonna score more points. It's just how it's gonna work. Of course,
that was my mistake, by the way. I was looking at Grilled Chicken as DRED.
grilled DRED chicken.
So what I said actually made no sense whatsoever.
That's fine. I mean, usually we expect that, so I don't think anybody even blinked an eye.
As long as everyone's used to it, we're good.
Right. So DRED Legion, of course, we have Rainfear. He is actually bringing up the rear somehow. I mean, usually Rainfear is crushing it, but today, like we said, he's not finding the kills, and his teammates are, and that's
take what I said
fine.
about Grilled Chicken and apply it to Rain.
All right, we will. So Rainfear equals Grilled Chicken, sort of. Cup of Fried Daka, crushing it for DRED Legion right now. Rakaba doing extremely well, 46 and 2. Those are actually the guys, and of course Killer Toast being awesome on top of that antenna, which just has blown all of our minds. So that right there was the 1 minute to go, and I'm just going to change this up for our second half.
He's going to spend the entire second half in spectator cam figuring out how to get on top of that.
Yeah, he's not even going to talk anymore. He's just going to work on doing that.
You may be onto something.
So that was, as I said, 30 seconds, or a minute to go. We're about to hit 30 seconds to go. There it is right there. I'm going to watch 56RD again. I know I usually try to watch both teams, but I want to see what 56RD can do from this side, Sunderer, from this kind of south side that Vizzy was talking about before the match, where they can kind of get into the point just maybe a little bit easier. And I want to see what they can do from this side, because as we saw last round, 56RD had actually a pretty good start. They just need to kind of follow through for the rest of the match. So let's see what they can do here. There's the start of the match. We have Ganstrom just getting a huge head start. There's the max. And it's another prediction, Diz. that I'm
2
just
for 2.
I'm just getting them down tonight. There's that Max. It's Petro running that match, of course. Petro is the I think he was like the force commander for Connery for one of the server smashes. So big deal there. And Petro also now playing. Ooh, that Rocket Primary was really close.
That was close.
Yeah. But Petro, so playing in this 6v6 league too, very, very good on him to kind of have that dynamic style of play. And here he goes. They're going straight into here. We have a couple of rocket primaries going off. And grilled chicken. And looks like Petro, he does get his first kill. Very nice. This Max so far paying off. We'll see if it pays off for the rest of the time. They need to get this point flip. Grilled chicken going for that rocket primary. Another kill from 56RD. Nice job. It's 62 points now for them. 159. DRED has not gone up at all. 56RD dominated this first opening. Very, very good job. We have a cloaker over here. It's Killer Toast. They don't quite see him. 2 nice kills there. Killer Toast gets, I think, one of them. I'm not sure who got the other one. But good 2 kills there from DRED. The Max is still on the point. I'm not sure who's going to be repairing him at this point. That rocket primary, I think, just barely missed the... and Gansfrom was actually able to finish him off. So we have Yoshio coming in from DRED Legion. The Max is still sitting on that point. I think that's Killer Toastbot right here. He's coming in. He's going to attempt to at least get an EMP grenade down on that Max. I think he fired it on the wrong side at... who is that right there? That is Gansfrom. I'm moving around too much. I can't see him. Nice kill there from Killer Toast. And but Gansfrom does get his he is worth his weight. Did that Max go down, guys? I'm not sure if I saw
it. I can hear it. I don't know where he is.
I want to say he's in the building. He is. He's in the L-shaped building. There he is. He escaped me there, and he does go down. Merkaba facials him. Wow, that's a 5-point swing there. Merkaba, nice kill. He's got 32 points. And I'm really, I know the Max kind of had to leave the point. All of his infantry were dead, but that was an interesting spot to go, was this L-shaped building. It's kind of a tough spot because he doesn't really have many places to go, especially if he's cornered above by a rocket, which is exactly what just happened.
I think he was just trying to get away and wait for an Engie to come heal him.
Yeah, that's... And I'm surprised he just didn't run straight back to his tower. I mean, that would have almost been a little bit smarter decision instead of losing 5 points because... Again, 56RD had a really nice start. They just weren't able to follow through with it. So they're at 80 right now. It's 183 for DRED. DRED is just over 100 points ahead of 56RD. And just really going strong right now. And I don't know why DRED Legion is hanging around this generator. There is no generator to kill on this, on this map. That's not really part of the objective. But hey, whatever works for you. I'm playing Ring Around the Rosie as much as these guys are, so I'm just going to wait and watch the action here. I hope I'm not getting in the way of anybody. Sorry if I am. Once again, it's shock taking rockets and bullet fire, because I'm just devious.
Devious man. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on the radio tower. I don't see anybody on top of it.
Yeah, are you watching for that jump? Vizzy's probably just sitting there right at the tree, just waiting for that jump to happen.
I see Killer Toast right now as a cloaker, and he's around that tree area, and I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, it's like we're just waiting for him to scale up that tower and go up on top. And how did he even get up on top of that building anyway? Is there a way up there? Or did he must have used the tree?
Yeah, it looks like he probably climbed the tree, went all the way up, and jumped off the branch that extends farthest out towards the tower.
I mean, that is some seriously impressive play, but I have to go down here to the point room and watch what's going on. We have Killer Toast coming in. We have a grilled chicken. He's sitting on the point. He is going to get a kill on Killer Toast. We have Gansfrom. He's going to take down. It's actually another kill trade there, but it looks like... Oh, no, we have DRED Legion supporting with 2 more guys here. We have 46 and 2. He's going to have a little one-on-one against Petro, and Petro does go down. The point goes right back in DRED Legion's hands. Nice little push there from 56RD. They kind of came after that point in a kind of a sneaky way. I didn't even notice them.
It was a good misdirection.
It really was.
I was more worried about the L building.
Yeah, they were. I mean, they had that Max there to first, and then they had a couple guys there. So, yeah, good job there from 56RD. Rain Fear, of course, still harassing that L-shaped building as much as he can. Let's see what 56RD can do. We have about 10 minutes left in this match. It's 199 to 90. DRED, they come out on top of this match. They're going to be in great position, great shape for the playoffs, trying to make that 6th position. They're going to have 2 wins. Of course, TXR has only 1. 56RD would have 0 if this match ended right now. And, of course, TIW is up in the air because they do play next.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how TIW finishes the season now, DRED could move as far up as the 5th position.
They really could. They've played like it. I mean, that's the thing. They played so well against TXR. they're playing very, very solid against 56RD here. A couple of conch nades going off. We were just talking about those conch nades. Look at all those conch nades going off. I'm not sure if you guys are down here in this building, but that's a whole volley of them going down. Now they get a nice kill there. I think that was on Killer Toast, and Merkaba goes down. Everything's just happening so fast in front of me. Rain Fear, though, he is the one who decides to end that push. He comes down the stairs and gets some nice kills. And remember when Rain Fear was at only a mediocre 12 points after the first half started? Well,
I do.
He's now at 30, and we're only 6 minutes
Rain
in.
doesn't share the spotlight.
No, he doesn't. And the thing about Rain is we've seen this happen from him before. Like, he has a slow start, and then suddenly he's like, you know what? I'm just going to take over, guys. There is a cap there from DRED Legion. They get 25 more points. It's 238 to 95 as my observer camera is completely lost in the world. Here we go. We are down now at DRED Legion. They're putting up a couple rocket primaries. We haven't also seen another max yet pulled from either team, so that one max that kind of started off, which I believe was a very good idea from 56RD, and it paid off for a quick point flip and a nice start, but unfortunately it did not continue to pay off for them. And it did die eventually in this very building that I'm looking at right now.
I can't get over what an amazing turnaround this is. If you remember the DRED TXR match, DRED was down, I want to say 30 or 40 points, and they were about 10 seconds away from TXR capping in the second half.
Yes.
And that could have ended the match and effectively their season. And they saved the point and just took over, and they have looked like a different team since that moment.
They really, truly have. I mean, look at DRED is just so aggressive right now. They're winning their one-on-ones, of course, against 56RD here, and yeah, they look like a great team. They look like a team that's getting themselves playoff ready because they know who the competition is. I mean, you guys know who the competition is. Those big four teams right now in this tournament are no easy task right now.
I'm just happy nobody's undefeated. No offense.
Oh, I am too. I will say that. You know, I'm just glad that was another prediction that I made that came true. And Merkaba
favoritism.
Now you're getting full of yourself.
Shooting down the die. No, I gotta stop getting things right. Maybe I'll just make a couple predictions that just go wrong. I just have to stop this. We have Killer Toastbrat. He is not on the same spot though. I just want to see him get on that radar again. That was so awesome. Rain Fear, of course, harassing the bridge. We have seen a couple light assaults do that. I mean, I know we saw Vonic and Murder do that last week. We do have a point flip going on, and I have to get down in there. And one
that's
player,
a Grim Shady on the point.
The Grim Shady. All right, so there's going to be a reaction here. Ganstrom's actually coming to support his teammate. He's got a rocket primary loaded up. Grim Shady does go down here to a cup of fried Daka, and so does, I think Ganstrom did to, it was a back-end shot there. Nice job here. Cup of fried Daka, 46 and 2. Merkaba, the heavy lifting heavies from DRED Legion, doing a very, very good job of just cleaning that point room up, making sure that point stays blue, stays in their favor. Of course, DRED Legion playing the NC tonight, and 56RD playing VS. Both teams are native TR outfits. They do play TR if it's not a mirror match, but since this is a mirror match, that is how the coin flip rolled. And in case anybody is confused, we do coin flips for all of these Empire choices. So the winner of the coin flip gets to pick their Empire choice for each time that happens, each time a mirror match happens. So if you ever see, like, next match, you see Recursion and TIW are going to go against each other. And Recursion, of course, playing BS. TIW playing, of course, TR. That was the result of a coin flip. That was the result of somebody winning the coin flip and selecting that Empire that they wanted to play.
I would like to point out that AC set one of the first records for farmers. We are 0-2 with the coin tosses.
I mean, you guys just gotta get good at the coin tosses. And I didn't think there was going to be a non-winning team in coin tosses, but you guys have, clearly been that team.
That's something we're gonna have to work on in the off season.
No, it absolutely is. You guys gotta do, like, I think hours of coin toss practice would be really, really good for you.
Somehow we can beat the odds.
That's right.
And somebody, that I haven't focused on yet is Wolfhausen. He has 10 points, so he is in that double digits. He's doing so much better every single match as this infiltrator role. I remember, the initial role that he played, as infamously as everybody saw, was his medic on that very, very first game. But Wolfhausen right now just kind of hanging back, looking for those kills. He's doing everything right, though. He's putting the Dildars down, and his Dildars are not going down very, very often. So trying to get a couple of picks there. throwing his EMP grenades off, trying to get the enemy Dildar down. He's doing a good job of really just everything. I mean, yeah, like I said,
for
doing
my
everything
money,
right.
the infiltrator is probably the hardest role to play in this.
Absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have so many things you have to worry about. Not to mention everyone on your team constantly yelling at you, asking, "Where's our Dildar?"
Yeah, where is it? Like went down a half second ago. Yeah, like yelling at you to get the other Dildar down and maintain yours at the same time. It's not an easy task. It really isn't. You guys are right about that. So we're seeing here just nice, solid play from DRED Legion. Nice defense. They're up by a lot. 269 to 117 or 56 RD. Just a shade under 5 minutes. Actually, about 4 minutes to go now. Again, DRED Legion doing the things that they need to do. They're sitting, you have an infiltrator sitting on this rock, that's Killer Toast. You have another guy sitting kind of on this bridge that's 46 and 2, a heavy. They're just covering every single one of their angles into the point, and they're making sure that they can get those kills over, 56 RT.
This is starting to look like a team that one of the top 4 is not really going to want to face in the playoffs.
Yeah, you kind of think about the playoffs too, because right now there's a battle for 6th, and there's a battle for 1st and 2nd, because 1st and 2nd in the playoffs do get a bye into the semifinals. So the playoffs are going to be 6 teams, but you're going to see 4 teams battle in a quarterfinal, and 2 teams get to sit and watch those battles from a semifinal seat. So they only have to win one match or one time, and they will go straight on to the finals, whereas teams that are between 3 and 6, or the 3, 4, 5, and 6 teams, will have to play a small playoff to even face the top 2 teams. So there's a lot on the line right now for these playoffs and for who's going to face who. So you're kind of thinking, like, who do I want to be right now, the 3rd or the 4th place team, or do I want to be the 5th or the 6th place team? Like, who do I really, truly want to face? That's what a lot of these teams need to be thinking about right now. And now a team that needs to be thinking about that is, of course, DRED Legion. Because I think these guys, given what might or might not happen here to TXR or, TIW, I think these guys really have a high percentage chance of making these playoffs now.
I want to say the last 2 weeks, DRED plays... God, I had this written down. I don't know where I put it. I wanted to say Future Crew and Recursion. I know their last 2 matches are tough, and it's going to be really interesting to see how they perform. Yeah,
I believe they do. Their last 2 matches are like literally the hardest 2 matches you can possibly ask for. But that's okay. It might even just give them a little practice going into the playoffs. Gamstrom with a nice S1 there over Merkaba, I believe that was. And it looks like 56RD getting a little hold of the point here, getting some more points. It's 152 left in this round. 56RD trying to get a kill here on Yoshio. Is he going to go 2v1? He's going to go 2v1. Oh my
GD7,
that was bad.
GG.
Yes, that was bad from 56RD. They needed to get that kill, and they didn't. Yeah, GG, Yoshio going 2v1, getting the commissioner finish too. Stylistic approach from Yoshio.
I've been informed it's Future Crew and DA, DRED's last 2 matches.
Oh, okay. So Future Crew versus DA. Yeah, Future Crew and DA, not versus DA, but yeah, Future Crew and DA last 2 for DRED. Definitely not 2 teams you really want to face in the final, but hey, it's going to give them some practice going into the, of course.
They have
playoffs.
A lot of confidence going in. Let's see how they do.
Yeah, I mean they really do. That's the thing. Confidence can go a long way, and this team, every single time I watch them play, it looks more and more practiced, more and more ready for this tournament format. They're emerging right now as a top 6 team. Absolutely as a top 6 team. So here's Rainfear doing his thing. He has, as we've said, he has taken over. He has got 52 points. He's put 40 on the map, or on the board this round. So Rainfear doing his thing, saying, "Nah, I'm not going to be last on my team anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and get 52 points." And a snipe attempt there from Killer Toast, who is in a sneaky position. And let's talk about a little bit just the play of Killer Toast. This guy has been super sneaky for DRED Legion. I don't know if Vissy, if you've been following him at all, because I know you were kind of watching.
I've been watching him the whole time.
Yeah, this guy
partly
has
because
been.
I want to know that jump.
Right. Yeah, I just really think this guy's played so well because he's been so just in positions you're not even expecting. I'm not even expecting him to be there, and all of a sudden you just see like a shot kind of line the across half the map. But anyway, that is the end. Here it is. DRED wins it by quite a bit, 312 over 138 over 56 RD. Another 56 RD came out, tried it again. Grim Shady had a really nice round of 56 RD. Grilled Chicken, not as much. I think that was one of the keys for 56 RD to kind of get in it. They needed to have a little bit better of a start. They had a good start, I'm sorry. They needed to have a little bit better of a transition from their start. So another thing 56 RD hopefully can work on for next week. DRED Legion, of course, moving up to 2 wins, 3 losses. That is going to be big for the playoff hopes of DRED. And as I said, look at the performances from everybody. Rain Fear 56, Cup of Fried Duck at 59. Fantastic performances from those two guys.